What is going on? You know, this is AlTone, and welcome to another absolutely fantastic day. And today I want to talk to you about the Emax series, mini-series drones, because I believe they are absolutely some of the best drones on the market for you to learn how to fly FPV. And I can say that because I have only been flying FPV for maybe about a month to 2 months and absolutely love them. This has been a phenomenal experience. This is the Tiny Hawk 2, and absolute fantastic indoor drone. This is the Tiny Hawk S. I'll talk about it because you'll notice that this frame is totally empty at this point, and this is the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle, and with a few slight modifications on it. So first of all, the Tiny Hawk 2. This bad boy I got in the case. I got it as a set, which came with the goggles and the controller, right? Okay. And I started learning how to fly angle mode using this controller and goggles. Also did some very, very, very light tuning to this drone, and started learning how to fly it. And in the beginning, I was crashing and everything and all of that. The goggles and the controller that come with this kit, they are decent. They're pretty good. It works. The thing I don't like about the controller, unfortunately, is you cannot use it in a simulator. So that doesn't work for you. You'll only be able to use it to fly. And in the beginning, that's fine. The goggles, you see that I wear glasses. These glasses will not fit in these goggles, and I have problems seeing things close up without my glasses on. Far off, I'm fine. So I actually had to get some reading glasses from CVS, and I put them inside the goggles, and I was able to use the reading glasses, and I was able to see fine. And that worked pretty well for me for a little while. Since then, I have Fat Shark goggles. Absolutely love these goggles. They're the Scout version. And of course, I have my own logos I put on the side in Fat Shark. These bad boys, I use them for absolutely everything at this point. And so I love them. And I record my video through them. So any of the video that you might have come across, and unfortunately I can't share a whole lot of video with you at this point because I'm working on my part 107 so that I can start sharing that aerial video on this channel. But some of the stuff I do inside the house, you may have seen on the channel already. But this allows me to be able to record the video into the goggles so that I can share that. I'm working on getting a drone in which I can actually do the recording in 4K from the drone, so I can get some better footage. But we'll see how that works out. and I also ended up upgrading to my Jumper T18 radio, in which I now use for every single one of these drones, and it is fantastic. Absolutely love it. It works very well, and I can use this to actually connect to my computer to fly in the Drone Racing League simulator, which has also been helping my ability to be able to fly FPV. So I just want to throw that out there. I will share some of the video of some of my flights with you at some point on this channel. For now, this is my primary, my everyday driver. I love this thing. And so back to the drones. First of all, no one has asked me to do this video, and no one has any say so over the content of this video. I'm going to be totally 100% honest with you exactly how I feel about these drones, but I absolutely do love them. I absolutely love them. So let's talk about these drones for a second, each one. First of all, the Tiny Hawk S, as I said, perfect for indoor flying. Absolutely love it. I've been using that to fly around my office space. It took a while before I could fly into a space this small. It was crazy, but I'm able to do that. I've run into everything, crashed it, bashed it. You name it, I've done it, and it has withstood everything that I put it through. And the more confident, the better I get at flying, the more confident I get. And I try different stuff, flying under furniture and in places and around the house. I've flown from here in the basement all the way we live in a brick house, and we have a lot of ceramic tile on the floor upstairs. And I've flown sitting here from here all the way up into our bedroom, all the way back down the stairs into the other end of the basement and back with no problems. I did have to change my channel for video. I actually changed it to, I fly mostly on channel 6, 7, and 8, depending. Each one of these drones is possibly on a different channel. Two of these, the S and the 2, are both on the same channel, and the Freestyle is on a separate channel. And then I also have my truck that I also have on a different channel so that I can view FPV through my truck. And I'll talk about that on another video at some point. But this thing is fantastic and has taken a whole lot. The S. Let's talk about the S for a second. The Tiny Hawk S. It is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, you can see that it's not in the original frame anymore. This is actually a Tiny Hawk 2 frame. It is now in. And the reason why is because the camera. I do not like that camera. It is a board camera. I've had 2. I've replaced 2 on it. And I ran it into a metal, into the stairs leading up to our house, into a metal thing, and broke off the camera lens. And couldn't fix it, ordered another one. It seemed kind of blurry, tried to adjust it. It broke as well. I got tired of that and ordered a Nano 2 camera for it. The unfortunate thing is the Nano 2 will not fit in this frame. So I had to get a frame. I had to order a frame for this, and I took all of the innards as well as the motors and everything from this frame and put it into this frame and put on the new camera. The other camera, I actually had to cut the connector off of the Nano 2 and put the correct connector on it so that I could plug it into the control board of the S and put the motors in, and this thing has been flying like an absolute champ. This is a beast. Fly it indoors, outdoors. I've flown in a little bit of wind, and I have wrecked into some of everything. I haven't gotten it caught into a tree. Actually, take that back. I got it caught into a tree one time. I set the flip, so I was able to wiggle it out of the tree and get it down. But I've run it into everything. It has landed into a puddle of water before, let it dry out, and it's been fine. I've run this thing so hard. I burnt one of the motors out recently, replaced that motor, and I continue to fly it. And taking it apart and putting it back together from one frame to another, it took me maybe 20 minutes, and it's the first drone I've ever worked on in that capacity. I've never worked on a drone that well or that much before. So this is absolutely fantastic. Again, for somebody who is learning to fly, this thing is fantastic. Worst case scenario, your wife has long hair or somebody in your family has long hair. You get too close to them, it'll suck their hair up into the props. I have not done that yet, thank God. But that's one of the worst things that could possibly happen. And the Freestyle. The Freestyle is, you can see I did some modifications. I went to another YouTuber's website and downloaded this 3D printed battery holder. This is a 2S. I'm going to convert the connector. I do not like that connector at all. I am going to convert that later. I put a antenna holder up on the back to keep the antenna out of the props, and this little case is pretty good. The only problem is if you try to connect it to the computer for beta flight, to tune it for beta flight, it's in the way. So I'm gonna make a modification to this on my computer so that I can still connect the USB connector to it. But outside of that, so otherwise I have to take the top cover off in order to be able to connect the USB with this on. I printed the little feet on the bottom. And let me tell you, within about a week to 2 weeks of having this, I did run this thing full speed into a set of aluminum bleachers. Full speed. It chipped one of the props, and that's all the damage that was done to it. I mean, full speed. And one of the, well, pretty much all the damage that was done. Two of the standoffs actually broke. And it still flew after that. I still flew after that. And it's been absolutely fantastic to fly. I fly this in full acro mode now, and flips, rolls. I've started to learn a few tricks to do with this particular one. And if I try to do a power loop at times, I've run this thing for full speed into the ground, in the grass. I landed, tumbled on concrete quite a few times, and threw new batteries in and put her right back up in the air, and she flew fine. She does make a little bit of noise now because I think these props are starting to get chewed up a little bit, but I don't change. I mean, this is the second set of props I put. Pretty much the second set of props I put on this thing. So she's probably running a little funky right now, but just because the props are a little bit beat up, but this is a beast. Emax makes some great products. I mean, they have some larger drones that I would absolutely love to try out. If you have any desire to learn to fly FPV, you can't go wrong. The price of the kit just starting out, which comes with goggles, which comes with a controller, and comes with a drone which you can fly in your home, you don't have to worry about weather, is less than $200. I mean, this is fantastic. If you want to upgrade, there are inexpensive options to upgrade. I believe both of my goggles, my upgraded goggles, Fat Shark goggles, and my controller are a cost-effective upgrade. So part of the reason why I got into FPV is because I've got my DJI Mini 2, which I absolutely love flying, but I wanted to be able to experience that flight in a different way. And with the Tiny Hawk drones, as a beginner, it's not a ton of money to throw into it, and I was able to get that experience, able to enjoy that experience. And I think it's something that's fantastic. There are other companies that do have great drones out there. I haven't had the opportunity to try some of theirs yet. I'm looking forward to doing so in the future. But to start off with, you cannot go wrong with the Emax drones. You honestly can't. I have not needed to get assistance from them for anything, but their shipping for parts and everything is phenomenal. It's been very quick. Me ordering motors for the S and getting other parts that I needed, and I've got 2 sets of hardware for the 2 now, the Freestyle now, and just fantastic. I really, really, really enjoy their products, and I'm looking forward to trying out some more. So hope this helped you in some way. If you're even thinking remotely about getting into FPV, if you have any questions for me, make sure that you drop them down in the comments section. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. I'm all about capturing video and experiences for you to share on social media in whatever way that you can, in your own unique way, and that's what this channel is about. So if you like that and you think that's something you're into, make sure that you do hit subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more of the equipment and things that I have access to with you in the future.